All right. We back in the building. We back in the building. Salute to everybody that's here. You already know I'm Blue Devil. You guys are watching The Hater World. And today we got a video coming from Point and Shoot. The video is titled, Brandon's podcasting career has been destroyed. Now look, Point and Shoot has made videos about me in the past. You know, he said some good things before, but he's also talked this shit before. But I ain't tripping, bro. Let me explain something. I look at this content game like a point in time, right? You drop a video today, you might feel a certain way about a person. You might drop a video in a week, you might feel different. This podcast game, this YouTube world, is a business, bro. Everybody's trying to get theirs. Some do more than others. Some stand on morals, some don't. It is what it is. To me, it's not real life until it's real life. And it ain't real life till you have somebody in front of you. Now, look, I don't hold no grudges. I really don't care. I enjoy watching Point and Shoot's content. So salute to him. If you guys are not subscribed, go subscribe to his channel. All right. And today's video is about Brandon, aka Bucci Bear. The same dude that called me out for a fade. The same dude that went in on me because of the viral crybabies. The same dude that turned down my fade. He turned down Blue Devil's fade. Anybody and everybody could say what they want, but I accepted his fate after he called me out, and yet no reply, no DM, no text message, no nothing. And there's no excuses because he got ways to contact me. He been to American Cholo. That's my homeboy. He knows Poetic Flaco, which Poetic Flaco got my direct contact. Who else? He could get through me through Adam. Adam got my direct contact. Come on. Cut it out. So let's start this off with Bucci Bear, aka Brandon, turned down Blue Devil's fade. All right, now look, I'll tell you why he did that. He did that because he thought I wasn't gonna respond. He thought he was gonna be able to use me for clout. But once he saw that the Mexican podcaster said bring it on, he didn't want none. He didn't want none. And now that we find out that he has a fake black belt, now we know why he turned down the Mexican's fade. Say what you want, bro. But Bucci Bear didn't want none of this Mexican. All right, now look. The reason I know that it's a fake black belt is because we've been seeing the community back on Fig, ODM Slim, run with that narrative because it's coming from Point and Shoot. Now, look, I haven't watched this. I want to watch it with you guys. It's 30 minutes long. So this is going to be a long video. Grab your popcorn, grab your drinks. Let's sit down and watch the downfall of Bucci Bear, a.k.a. Brandini, the fake black belt. All right? One thing you can never say about Blue Devil is that I lied to you guys about anything. All right? I done told stories when I got beat and when I beat fools down. That's part of the game. Any real one will tell you that. And with that being said, go subscribe to Point and Shoot. All right, let's get to the content. Salute to everybody. Salute to the squad. Like the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get it. Let's go.
All right, so for this video, I want to talk about Bucci Bear Brandon because apparently he reportedly announced that he's taking a step back from No Jumper in like this attention-seeking scheme.
Man, hey, listen, man, Brandon is not here. Brandon has officially quit No Jumper.
Brandon didn't quit, bro. There's some cap, but
He said that he's taking a step back for a couple weeks.
Yeah, that sounds possible. You feel me?
And this could not have come at a better time because I've actually conducted a full-scale investigation into Brandon and his dealings, and I do not like what I have discovered, and neither will you. It turns out that Brandon is nothing more.
Wait, were those what I thought they were? Is that what I think they are? Oh my God.
Not like what I have discovered, and neither will you. It turns out that Brandon is nothing more than an imposter, a charlatan, a goof.
What?
He's an absolute goof, and wait until you see what I've got. Wait till you see what I'm going to accuse him of. But first, I want to just give you guys a brief history on who the fuck he even is. So Brandon is nothing more than just some regular guy that got recruited to be a host on No Jumper by Poetic Menyengo Jala.
Frederick Jala is my real name.
And so he's just this regular guy, and he comes on and he makes a name for himself very quickly because he got Dodson fired. Everybody remembers that when Brandon got Dodson fired by provoking and instigating a fight with him, and then when Dodson stood on business, he got fired for that. Remember that?
But I just caught.
If you guys want to watch that, Almighty Suspect came to TheHaterWorld right the next day. Right the next day, Almighty Suspect came to TheHaterWorld and gave his side of the story, and that video went up. So go check it out. As a matter of fact, I'll put it up here somewhere. Click on it, bro. Go check that video out.
I just caught you like. Just like that. You are a bitch. Guys.
So he gets Dodson fired, and that's all fine and well, but what ends up happening is his ego becomes so inflated that he starts popping it, and he starts basically asserting himself as Debo of The Office, saying he can beat everybody up. He's a Crip. He is a fighter. He's a black belt. He can whoop on everybody. Look at this.
Because ain't nobody in this motherfucker gonna do nothing about it.
But he's a kid.
Period.
Wait.
No, I don't give a f.
It's not that easy.
We think know what we doing.
Bro,
We think know what we doing. Everybody know I was from 20 Crip. Ant, Munchie, whoever was like laughing at that shit. LA niggas don't run shit in Long Beach. Never. We not worried about you niggas. Do you want to squabble? Do you want to fight? That's the any nigga in here. Look. Any host on No Jumper. I don't care. Hoover, A-Trey, Inglewood, whatever.
And not only was he calling out literally everyone's fade, he was saying that, he's not afraid of anyone. He's too much of a black belt to be afraid of anyone. He can beat anyone up. Not only was he saying all this stuff, but he was also pretending like he's this hyper intellectual, very calm, cool, collected, very mature, very more mature than anyone else, basically. Look at the way he portrays himself.
When it comes to remaining calm in tense situations, there's only one word you really need to understand, and that word is perspective, also known as point of view. In the situation involving me and Almighty Suspect, there were 3 perspectives that I had to understand or at least attempt.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. That fool's an actor, bro. He is an actor. He is acting, homie. He doesn't know what he wants to be. A gang member, gang banger, or a civilian, bro. He needs to figure it out quick, my boy, because listen, your career is going down, my boy. As a matter of fact, it's been down.
To gain an understanding of that allowed me to remain calm and maintain discipline in that situation.
So, I mean, he says that this is calm and disciplined, this right here.
Just like that, you are a bitch.
And so what he does is he carries himself as this intellectually superior person that is just above everyone, but he actually behaves like a child.
Facts.
He behaves like what he accuses other people of behaving like. He behaves even worse.
You're a 27-year-old man-child who's throwing temper tantrums when you don't get your way or if someone offends you. It says power by No Jumper. Nigga, I don't know if you know how to read, but the motherfucker...
No, he's talking to Jumper Show, though.
So I asked, what the fuck does that mean? And the nigga told me, shut the fuck up. He should shut the fuck up and learn how to do his job better.
All right, so look, let me explain something to let me explain it to somebody, all right? Look. What he's doing right now is the same shit Whack 100 does. Meanwhile, everyone's laughing at him. He's thinking he's tough. He's yelling, la 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 la. And everybody's just laughing like, are you fucking done? Well, I mean, what, are we supposed to be afraid? Well, I mean, are you going to do something? What you going to do? You did all that yelling. Are you going to do something? He's doing the same shit Whack 100 does. Yell, and at the end, do nothing. The person that stays quiet wins. Why? You ask yourself. Because is nobody going to do shit. So why even attempt to get loud and yell at anybody? For what? Might as well just get up and punch somebody in the mouth, homie. If that young homie that's right there, would have punched him in the mouth without even saying a word, that would have been some gangsta ass shit. But it's gangsta that he didn't even argue. The fuck you want me to argue with this crybaby for? What's he gonna do? Let's continue.
Wait. Y'all ain't no shit. Y'all ain't no shit. Call a nigga. Steve, call a nigga. Who y'all got? We fading or what we doing?
Bro,
We fading or what we doing? And they basically are propped up off of all these dudes who just can't control their emotions, right? You're trying to disrespect me.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas are bitches because niggas like suspects. Stop it, niggas. Stop.
Here.
Hey,
Stop.
suspect a real one. I don't care what nobody says, bro. Listen, you called him a bitch. He got up. He spit in your face, and you did nothing. You a punk bitch. That's what you are. How you allow a man to spit on your face? Listen, you ain't no better than Compa Foco, a.k.a. Compa Raider. You ain't no better. You know why you ain't no better? He got on his knees to get a job at No Jumper, ate a man's backwood, and said he'll swallow that with a cup of piss. Degraded by another man. You got degraded by almighty suspect when he spit in your face and you acted like you was gonna do something. Then you cried a knife. Hey, my boy, I said this once and I'll say it again and I'll say it 1,000,000 times. Ain't no fair fights in the streets. Ain't no fair ones. Ain't no fair ones, bro. This is not wrestling. This is not WWF. This is not any type of fight where there's a referee. This is the streets, bro. You run your mouth about somebody, you call them a word, you could die. You could die. And if you don't know that, you ain't from the streets, fat boy. You ain't from the streets, fat boy. Because if you were, you would know. I call that man a bitch, I could die right here. Right here. Why you think that fool that yelled on the phone when he was talking shit to me didn't do it in person? Why you think he didn't call me those names in person? You stupid motherfuckers.
Please.
Well, here.
Damn, you were acting like a child, and the whole chat was calling you out, looking like you were gonna cry, bro. And you're saying you calling me a child? You're calling me a child, and you were literally about to fucking break down crying because of how mad you were.
So yes, he was actually about to start crying because of how upset he was. This is a child.
You could call your hardest nigga from wherever you was from.
cry.
I'ma say it to that nigga, he don't do shit. You said I'ma say hardest nigga from wherever you from. I'ma say it to that nigga, he don't do shit. You said I'ma say this again because ain't nobody in this motherfucker gonna do nothing about it.
But he's a kid, man. Come on.
Listen, you said it's a no jumper show. This nigga said it's not a no jumper show. I look at the flyer. You know, this guy is just, you know, really emotional and angry. Steve, call a nigga. Who y'all got? We fading or what we doing?
And I want people to understand that this whole tantrum that he's throwing on this live podcast is because someone told him to shut the fuck up.
What?
I'm not even
Shut
kidding.
the fuck up. I don't give no nigga no disrespect. I don't disrespect nobody. Bro, like, shut the fuck up. I'm asking a simple question.
Facts, no.
It says it.
Yeah.
These niggas need to learn how to do their job.
Point and shoot. We get it. He a punk bitch. He a lame boy. He a nobody. I want to get to the juicy shit, bro. Let's hurry it up here, bro. Let's hurry it up. This man's career is over.
If it's not a no jumper show, don't put power by no jumper on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's it. I respect Nate, Kenny. Do I disrespect you?
Yeah.
I haven't
Les, do I disrespect you?
No.
Do I disrespect you?
No,
Did I disrespect any of y'all?
That's crazy too, because Lush knows that Brandon is highly disrespectful, specifically to him, especially to him.
Okay, bro.
Shut up, Lush.
Gang members.
Shut up, Lush. If you go, stop. Shut up, Lush. Man, shut up, Lush.
And so this is who Brandon is, okay? He's a crybaby. He's a man-child. He's emotionally unstable. He's everything that he hates about other people. He is.
He's a cop caller, bro. That's what that is. I'll tell you straight up right now. I've seen these kind. They are cop callers. They're gonna run their mouth. They're gonna tell you that they're crazy and they're down and they're gonna fight and blah blah blah. And the minute you do anything, he gonna call the cops, the police, the policia, the poli. the one time, the Jakes. He gonna do that, bro. That's why nobody wants smoke with this guy. That's why he feels confident saying, "Who gonna fade me? Who gonna fade me? Are we gonna fade?" You're saying that because you know, bro, you got speed dial 911 911, homie. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. He will call the cops on you and press charges and go to court, bro. And while he's in court, he'll be wearing them white boy sandals. You know, the ones that Adam be wearing? But at least Adam wears socks with him. This motherfucker won't wear no socks. Wow, shit.
It's worse. And so that's all facts, right? But here's where it gets really bad. This is where the violations start to roll in. So Brandon has been traipsing around the office talking about his black belt, right? His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. And this has been the talk of the town.
I'm expecting the black belt to come out.
Well, but he has that confidence because he's a fucking black belt.
This guy was a black belt, and they showing all your old footage, slamming niggas around and shit.
So this is a problem here because everyone's sort of talking about Brandon like he's this cage fighter type of fucking guy that is just an American badass. He can just whoop everyone's ass. This is actually a huge violation, and I'm going to explain why. Black belt Brandon has officially been accused by me. This is all my opinion, but I am accusing Brandon of jiu-jitsu stolen valor. What? That is correct. He's actually been misrepresenting his achievements. This is actually almost like lying, okay? And I'm going to show you this. Listen to how Brandon describes his accolades. He says he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion at black belt. Look at this.
Now, I want to say one thing, bro. I mean, his background does look sort of like has serenity. It looks like it's calm. It looks comfortable, bro. So I will give you that, fat ass. You got a nice background, bro. We know you're in your kitchen, but you got a nice looking background. All right. But listen, I know Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighters. I'm telling you, I used to be in the business, and I've dealt with everybody in the business. Realtors. I've dealt with jiu-jitsu fighters, people that own, like, wherever they fight, whatever it's called, the buildings where people go in and they fight. Okay, I've dealt with cops, firemen, retail workers. I've dealt with car body shops. I've dealt with almost any type of profession you can think about, right? Business, strictly. All right. So I could ask some Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighters that I know, bro. And these motherfuckers are badasses. I know one fool, he a Chinese motherfucker. That fool will hit you with the wah, and it's game over. Don't make me go ask them, bro. These people know everyone. Point and shoot. If you want me to go confirm, I'll go confirm, bro. And we'll end this, man, right here, right now. And I'll put them on tape, too. They will do me the solid, and they will get on camera for me, bro. They love me, bro. Pause no Diddy. Straight up. Now let's hear this fool's bullshit.
Coming in the door, I'm understanding, dude, you're a world-class black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Lush,
Yeah.
listen, this is the equivalent of me as a Jiu-Jitsu black belt world champion. I no longer could win in my division. You got a lot of dudes here who speak in an authoritative way on things they failed at. I speak on Jiu-Jitsu, but I'm a black belt. I've won world championships. I am an authority on that because my success has validated me.
So did you just hear what he just... So he says he's a black belt who has won world championships. And I'm looking at him when he's saying this, and I'm going, you're morbidly obese. What? You are a crybaby. There's no way you've won anything, world championship in anything. And so I was highly skeptical. And what I did was I opened a separate investigation into his jiu-jitsu stuff. And of course, I found out that he is misrepresenting his accomplishments. He's not a world champion. He's actually far from a world champion. He's never competed on the world stage. He's never competed as a black belt in his life. Not only has he never won, but he's never competed as a black belt.
But I'm a black belt. I've won world championships.
He calls himself a...
In order to think about it. Think about this, right? It only makes common sense, bro. Think about it. You're a world champion. All right, not a league, not in your league, not in your city, not in your building. You're a world champion. World, fool. All right, you're talking about all the countries. There's got to be a record of who won the world champion every year. There's got to be a fucking record. All right. Hopefully this fool found it, bro. There's got to be a record. It's world. Only one person per year, probably.
Black belt world champion though, because when he was a brown belt, he won an SJJIF, which is not a world title at all.
It's obviously it's not accurate to call yourself a world champion if you won an SJJIF.
And that's exactly what Brandon is doing. He's considering this a world title. What? Not even kidding. And this is what I'm talking about with the stolen. This is why I consider this to be a jiu-jitsu stolen valor, because he's claiming he's a black belt right now and claiming to be a world champion because he won at brown belt at the SJJIF. So what he's supposed to say is, I won an SJJIF when I was a brown belt, but I'm a black belt now, but I'm not a world champion at all. That's what he should have said, but he didn't say that. Everybody knows, including Brandon, by the way, that in order to call yourself a world champion in jiu-jitsu, you have to go to the IBJJF in the gi and win and compete against other black belts and win and become a black belt world champion, or you can compete at ADCC and that title will do just fine because that's actually the real world title.
The only way to be like a real world champion is like fucking win ADCC. I think in the gi, I think IBJJF in the gi at black belt is like, that's for the gi, that's tip top. You know what I mean? But, you know, I would say those are kind of my thoughts on the matter. Great question, point and shoot. Great question.
And so this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu stolen valor type stuff that's been going around is a problem. They've actually written articles about people like Brandon who think they're a world champion and who represent themselves as such when it's really actually far from the truth. And it's I don't want to hear people saying this is semantics, bro. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal. They're writing articles about people like Brandon. Yep. And people need to understand that Brandon has never competed at the highest level at any belt. Brandon has won his medals competing against 17-year-olds. Look.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
No wonder he don't want to fight the Mexican, bro. No wonder why he don't want to fight the Mexican. Why is he so afraid of the Mexican? You're telling me that this black belt wannabe is afraid of the Mexican? Listen, bro, they don't want it with me, and that's a fact. He could say whatever he want. I don't want to hear them excuses. I don't want to hear your drama. I don't want to hear your lies. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. You said you wanted a fade. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at, bro? Your career is over, fat man. Not only are you a liar, you're a wannabe gangbanger. You're a fake black belt, and now you're turning down the Mexican's fade. What a disappointment and a disgrace you are to your homeboys from the viral crybaby way. I don't know how they can accept you to be part of their crew when they hate Mexicans, yet alone now they got somebody on their team that turned down the fade from a Mexican. So I'm going to tell you like this. The Mexican done took the W, and if you don't think so, then show me otherwise. You called me out for the fade. You did. You and your white boy daddy, Adam22, thought it was funny to play with my name. Now, I don't expect less from Adam because I know what Adam does. He's been told us from day one. But you came into this business thinking you could shit on people because you was a black belt. You thought you could rise to the top with your lies. Well, now your own community don't fuck with you. Your own people don't fuck with you. The YouTube community don't fuck with you. I don't know how you made it to American Cholo Podcast, but I'll make sure you don't make it back up there. Your career is over, fat boy. I can't believe you afraid of the Mexican. But you know what? I do believe. And I know why. let's continue, bro. Let's give this a couple of more minutes before I end up putting this fat fuck on a t-shirt. All right, let's go.
Look at number 2 in the country. So these are purple belts, okay? This isn't the top of the top. And Brandon, when he won this medal, he thought, I'm the champion of the world. No. You're a you're like the world's okayest grappler. What? You're not very good, okay? You put in the time to be a black belt. You got your black belt. That's fine. But to call yourself a world-class champion, that's what I got a huge problem with that. I'm sorry.
Coming in the door, I'm understanding, dude, you're a world-class black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
And even the I'm a black belt thing needs to stop. Modern jiu-jitsu is different. The black belt barely even means anything anymore, basically.
Now in jiu-jitsu, you have clubs giving away belts with membership.
What?
Yeah, so if you show up, we count how many times you come to practice, and then you have a stripe every so often. It's all scheduled. We tell you when you're going to get your purple belt. It's already...
Wow, wait a minute. What?
Yeah, there's clubs now.
Who the fuck is doing that?
I don't want to say because...
you don't have to say, but that's real.
Yeah.
So they give you a certain number. So if you train for 50 days, you get a stripe. You train for another 50 days.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, already started.
So they're handing these things out like candy. And listen to Faraz's explanation of like these gyms that are more lenient on people because they want the money. And then I'm going to play you a clip of Brandon seemingly doing the exact thing that, I mean, you're just going to have to watch this. This is amazing. Watch this.
Let's take out the sparring. Let's take out all the hard training and guarantee that.
Look, I'm not going to say no more. It's over. It's over. The gig is up. I had ODM Slim up here trying to back your play up. And now he going at you because he know you a fucking lie. But I get it, though. I get it. Homies got to back up homies. You know, your race got to back you up. I get it. He was trying to look out for you. But you can't look out for a lame, a liar, and a wannabe. So he done turned you off. Back on Fig, they done told you to fuck off. Community, they making a mockery of you. Adam 22 used you and abused you. American Cholo laughed at you. It's over. It's done. HaterWorld accepted your fade and you ranked it like a bitch. So, do what you want, but one thing I know you're not going to do is see this Mexican. And with that being said, salute to everybody. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Shout out to Point and Shoot. And with that being said, you's a bitch.